This video is just going to be a general update. Yeah, the Jurassic Park video is going to come later. Here's a hint. It's generally a bad idea to work on 2 videos at the same time, unless you have time manipulation powers like certain other reviewers. I don't. So with the past couple projects, I've kind of overworked myself, and I realized that I had to cut back in production. Now, I posted something on my DeviantArt about my new schedule a week or 2 ago. Due to a fusion of real-life events and just plain burnout, my schedule has gotten so out of whack that I need to cut back on videos entirely. You'll be getting 2 videos a week from me, not counting stuff like these updates. And yeah, I'm going to have to postpone that Jurassic Park video until Friday. Sorry for anyone who's disappointed. Here's how things are going to work. On Monday, you're going to get an MLP review, as long as we're on season. Off season, it'll be Admirable Animation. Friday, on season, will alternate between Admirable Animations and Animated Atrocities. Off season, it'll just be Animated Atrocities. With that said, this should be the last time I need to postpone a video. But there are a couple other things that I need to talk about, or else I probably wouldn't be making this video. I've been going through my messages on various social media, and my god, is it frustrating. I'll tell you right now that I often get some really heartfelt messages. I'll tell you about them sometime. But they're overshadowed by a shit ton of crap sometimes. Now I'm going to pull out some of the things that have actually been happening. I'm not going to say any names, but to the people doing these things, you know who you are, and I'm going to say right now, stop. This is not a request. There are some rules to go by. Rule number 1 is that I am no longer taking requests, for various reasons. The most obvious one is that people have a very bad habit of thinking that I take any request, no matter what it's about. People are requesting me to review shit like Moonwalker, and other things that have next to nothing to do with animation. If you're requesting me to do that kind of stuff, you're obviously missing the point so hard of what I'm doing, there's no reason for me to even dignify those requests. Then there was the off chance that I said yes to a review request, and they had the habit of not leaving me the hell alone. Well, you could stop bothering me now because you'll need to find someone else to review because I no longer do requests. Sorry, but it's proven to be more trouble than it's worth. I'm doing these reviews for me, and I feel like I'm wasting my time to take a look at something that shouldn't even be on my plate. Don't get me wrong, I'll still take suggestions into consideration, because if it wasn't for that kind of stuff, I'd never have come across things like SpongeBob You're Fired, Madball's gross jokes, or The Life of Brian. Another problem is that a lot of people want me to bash something that I don't consider an atrocity, or praise something that I don't consider admirable. Also, another thing that really annoys me is people asking questions on my video and disabling replies. If you do that, I'm deleting your comment. And speaking of comments, right now Google+, the blessed thing that it is, isn't telling me if anyone's commenting on my videos. So I haven't been able to see what people have been commenting unless I stumble upon them. Speaking of questions, only ask me questions of any type on my Tumblr, which is listed in the description. Why? Well, sometimes I get really interesting questions, like someone repeatedly asking me to say, in my videos. And if that certain person asks me again, I'll make sure everyone knows who you are, and I'll block you. No, I don't think that this person is a racist. I think that this person is an asshole with a stupid sense of humor. Also, there are a few realistic questions that you cannot ask me. You know, my address. One thing you can't ask me for is my Skype. I do have one, but for personal conversations with people I know very well, or I'm doing a collaboration with. Also, try to make the questions good ones. If you're asking me, say, more than 3 a day that aren't part of the same conversation, you're probably annoying me. Look, I try to be a very tolerant person, but certain people have pushed me to my limits. This whole YouTube thing has done wonders for my mental health. It keeps me happy. It gives me accomplishment. It's something that I've created and something that I control. These have never been common things in my life. I want to keep this YouTube thing that way. I tend to regret doing a lot of things in my life, even simple innocuous things. This is one of the first things that I hold no regrets with in my entire life. It makes me fulfilled, and that's what this channel is here for, to make me feel fulfilled.